Hey guys, so today I'm here to wrap up my reading for the month of August, and I read 9 books and I'm very shocked at myself because I don't even know how I did that. I feel it's been like at least 18 months since I've been able to read 9 books and I'm just shocked. Like, I'm honestly just shocked. Like, I don't even know how it happened. Like, yes, the booktubeathon was at the start of the month and like, oh, I'm so happy that I got through so many, and I'm hoping that will mean that like in the next 4 months I'll be able to actually reach my reading goal, because I read 56 books so far this year and I still need to read another 24 to reach my goal of 80 books, but I think I'm okay, but we'll just have to see. But the first book I finished was Geekerella by Ashley Posden. I think I had like 100 pages to go and I finished it on the 1st, so I'm adding it into this wrap up. But I really enjoyed this book. I liked that it was a Cinderella retelling and it was really fun, but it was like modern and geeky. It's a great idea for a story. I'm so glad the sequel is going to be like a Princess and the Pauper retelling, which will be very interesting, but I love this book. Then I read The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, and like I was really excited to read this book because I did really enjoy To All the Boys I Loved Before, but this kind of fell a bit flat for me. Like, it's marketed as being this like really big love story between 2 brothers, but nothing really happened. The main character had a boyfriend like most of the book, so I don't really know where it's going. Like, there is still 2 more books to read and I do plan on reading them hopefully soon, but it just felt really flat for me and it just kind of felt a bit boring. And like, yes, it's set in summer, but nothing really was going down and the end was kind of really predictable, but at least it was only a really small book, so it was quite easy to get through. And I read 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews, and I'm so glad that I did because I loved this book so much. It was so good and everyone needs to read it. I loved Beck as a character and like his relationship with Joey, and like their mum was a bitch, but I honestly can't even, like, I can't wait for C.G.'s new book to come out next year as well, and for her to keep writing more books. Like, I follow her on Instagram and she's always got new book ideas, and it's really exciting to have this author that you can sort of connect with, like she's one of us kind of thing, which is like really cool. Then I finally read You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Lethian, and this was the first ever Wire Chronicles book I ever got. This was the June box in 2016, so I've had it for a long time and it's the smallest thing ever, but I just decided, you know, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna be doing booktubeathon, I'm gonna try and read this book, but booktubeathon ended but I still hadn't read this, so I pushed through and I was like, I'm doing it. It's happening. I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a really fun story and it was very diverse, and I didn't realize it took place over one whole week, over like the Pride Week festivals, but I really liked the characters and the story. Even though I'm heartbroken for one of them, I still really loved it, and I'm really glad that they did include it in the box and I just finally got a chance to read it. Next, out of the blue, I randomly decided to pick up The £1 Million Marriage Deal by Michelle Douglas, who is my auntie. Oh my god, of course I had to read this book, but this is an advanced reader copy. Like, this book doesn't come out until the 18th of September, which is this month, but the book came and I was really excited because it takes into... The sun is just out in the worst spot right now. It honestly takes fake dating to a new extreme because it's fake marriage, people, and I just, I loved it. And like, I wasn't expecting to love it as much. Like, I think the last time I read one of her books, it would have been like 4 years ago, like definitely before I started my YouTube channel, and it's been a while since then. I'm really glad to have picked up one of her books again, and this is her 25th book and I've only read 4 of them, including this one. So I've written them all down so I know exactly which ones I need to read, because I do want to read all of her books and to be able to talk about them and just be able to have fun with it, because it's like not everyone has an auntie who writes, which I just think is so cool. But I just randomly decided to pick it up and I read it in 2 days, so I wasn't too far behind in all the reading I needed to do, but it was really good. Then I reread Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. I got so far behind on my Shadowhunters and my Throne of Glass rereads because of the 2 readathons I did sort of back to back, so I tried to catch up. I'm still not there yet. Like, I'm pretty much okay with this series at the moment, but Shadowhunters I'm trying to catch up with at the moment, so it's going to be a bit of scrambling in the next couple of months and I'll pretty much only be doing rereads. But I am so glad to be back into this world and the book again, because it's been 2 months since I read Throne of Glass. But I just love these characters in this story, and I definitely feel like this is the book, you know, like the first book was really intense and you have the contest and everything, and then this one sort of brings you up into like really getting more into what's gonna happen. And I really enjoyed it. Like, there's not too much to say. Like, I filmed a whole video about my opinions of this book and the series, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but still 5 out of 5 star read. And I read Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart, and oh my god, this was actually amazing. And again, I have another whole video review because I just wasn't going to film a review, but then I was like, I have to talk about it because it was so good, like so good. But this book is about 2 sisters in this really shitty world, and it's just, I can't even, like, I just love the story so much, and it's really written and up to have some really epic stuff go down in the next book. I'm not okay, but I am, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm just so glad it was a Biblio Squad's book pick, and I got to read it, and it's just so much fun. Then guys, I finally finished reading frickin' Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard. It took me a month and a half, over a month and a half actually, to finish reading this book, because I just was not feeling it and I was not there for it. And like, to have a 650 page book where not much really happens, like most people are gonna be like, oh my god, so much happened, but I'm just not trusting of this series anymore, and I was let down from Glass Sword. Most people have been telling me, why do you keep reading it? It's like, I can't stop, man. It's really hard for me not to finish a series when I've started, even if I hate the books. Like, I just gotta keep going. And there's some things that I'm just trying to, you know, not even buy the book so that I don't have to read them. But this is just one that I was like, I have to finish the series. Like, what if something happens and like, it was such a shit ending? Like, what actually was the ending? But I actually made a whole reading vlog about this, so if you have read Warstorm, I would love it if you would go check out my reading vlog. Like, yes, it's 20 minutes, but if you want to watch me for 20 minutes, I'd be happy about that. And the last book I managed to sneak in was Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, so I'm caught up now where do I need to be to read these books. And I mean, Kingdom of Ash comes out in 2 months, and I'm like, I can't even deal. Like, I need this book, but I don't want it in my face because it's gonna kill me. So like, I'm very don't know what to do about this situation. I found that I really appreciated this book a lot more. The first time I read it, I really didn't like it because Rowan turned up in the scene and I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? Kale is endgame. But that's not a thing anymore. But still, I'm okay now that I was able to reread it and to experience Rowan from the start. And like, there is a definite hate to love romance going on, and we all know what's going to be the Rolene, is Rolene, I don't even know their ship name. We just know it's heading somewhere. And I think it builds quite nicely. Like, for me to be like all about hate to love romances, I never mentioned this one, but I'm glad. And I really just want to read Queen of Shadows right now, but I really need to read some other books first and, you know, just get through stuff. But still, I'm so glad I finally finished it. I'm really getting into big ass book territory, and I'm like low-key dying, but low-key excited. This is my stack. I haven't been able to hold up like a big stack like this for like months, and it's amazing. So I was so close, guys. I read 9 books, but I also bought 9, so it's a very much break even here. It doesn't count because I'm trying to read more, so if I get the same, it's still a fail in my opinion, okay? Barnes & Noble blowout wholesale got me, and I bought 5 books, and like, I really don't need them, but I got too excited, you know, so I ended up buying books. Like, I was going so good, like for most of the month I had only bought 4 books, and yeah. So pretty much though, because those books aren't going to be here for a while, I'm going to just do like a combined book haul for August and September if those books turn up. But I mean, I got close enough, and that's okay, but still sucky. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and be proud of me that I read so many books. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye!